Passengers again, the best.
Welcome back to the M1 studios at the SABC Radio Park. We are busy with the 2015 South African Sport Awards nominee announcements. And on the panel, I am joined by the Honourable Minister Fikile Mbalula, as well as Marissa Langeni, who is part of the adjudication panel, and the previous winner of the SA Sports Awards Personality of the Year, that is, of course, Portia Modise. Now, I'm going to start with you, Milangeni. When it comes to the Sports Personality of the Year, a bit earlier on, the Minister mentioned the fact that now that is broken up into two categories. Can you explain a bit about that?
Yes, I think previously and historically with most of the awards, there's always been huge debate within South Africa about the Sports Star of the Year and the criteria used to look at the Sports Star of the Year. So I think the department and the Minister's office has been quite innovative in saying, well, maybe let's change that slightly and make things even more interesting. So at this point, the adjudication panel is involved in the process of looking at the people's choice. So we've looked at the nominees, we've shortlisted that category, and we've now said, let the Sports Star of the Year be looked at journalists that are working in the industry on a day-to-day basis. So those nominations will still take place. That meeting hasn't happened as yet. So that list will be then published for voting again. But the People's Choice Award still remains with the public of South Africa, and everyone can participate in that process. And the question has always been, what if you have athletes in both? I said, well, it shows the mettle of those athletes, that they could still be the people's choice and still also be considered in the Sports Star of the Year. So South Africa gets to vote for the People's Choice Award.
Now, Minister, we've seen the first batch of nominees that were announced. Your thoughts on them?
Well, that is the reflection of the Sports Awards, because it's about development work that we're doing, but also it's a category of indigenous games, amateur level, something that you'll never see anywhere else. It's multi-coded amateur elite sport, you know. So that is really what we look forward to, because we don't get to know that there's a lot of work that has been done on the front of the indigenous game. And, you know, most importantly, our school sport, you know, schools that are doing well at the primary level. And that is what these categories have actually shown us in terms of the first announcement.
Definitely. Now, growing up and having played Dibeke myself, I never thought that I would actually see that nominated as in part of the categories. But now we're going to move on to the second package of the SA Sports Awards nominees.
The 10th Annual SA Sport Awards, and the nominees are Team of the Year, SA Proteas Test Cricket Team, Lightweight Women's Double Scull Rowing, Springbok Sevens Rugby, Sportsman of the Year with a Disability, Lucas Sithole Wheelchair Tennis, Ernst van Dijk Wheelchair Cycling, Peter Duprier Wheelchair Athletics, Sportswoman of the Year with a Disability, Khutazo Monjane Wheelchair Tennis, Isla Hayes Athletics, Peggy de Villiers Swimming, Coach of the Year, Holger Losch Tennis, Jeffrey Toyana Cricket, Graham Hill Swimming, Roger Barrow Rowing, Volunteer of the Year, Zelda Hansen Athletics and Goalball, Nkosnati Ngubane Hockey, Jeremy Campbell Triathlon, Sportswoman of the Year, Ashley Moolman Pasio Cycling, Shabnim Ishmael Cricket, Bridget Hartley Canoeing, Sportsman of the Year, Greg Minar Cycling, Chad Leclos Swimming, Wade van Niekerk Athletics, the People's Choice of the Year. Chad Leclos, swimming. Wade van Niekerk, athletics. Lucas Sithole, wheelchair tennis. Ashley Moorman-Pasio, cycling. AB de Villiers, cricket. SABC Sport is the official host broadcast of the 10th Annual SA Sports Awards. Izinja's game, the best.
I must say, Khothatso Monjane, I know she is somewhere in here. I think every single year they need to stop nominating you and just give you the award, because that's how good you are. Between you and Chad Leclos, I know this is definitely your thing. And that just goes to show just how good they are at the particular sports that they are in. Now, Portia, speaking of being that good, how do you feel when you see your name as a nominee and you know that this is the best of the best?
Right now, I feel very important because I don't see any football nominees.
Are you lodging a complaint?
And the last time I checked, last year I was the only one. So I'm pointing fingers to the football soccer players. They must pull up their socks. We need to see them there also.
Minister, what can we expect on the 22nd? I know I've asked you this question, but now that we've seen the nominees and we can see that it is a great selection of the best in the country, what can we look forward to?
Well, first let me say to the athlete, I think good luck to those who are nominated. And I think they deserve it to be there. For being nominated, you are a winner. In these particular categories and so on. And I think it shows that all of them have been on the radar and they're doing quite well. And some of them are coming for the second time and all of that. So federations have nominated and this is it. With regard to the People's Choice and the Sports Star, we have not ended yet. So the Sports Star will still come, where in which the other nominated athletes will also, be announced. And that will go through what is called through the eye of the needle. But the minister will also recognize excellence. There are teams who have done well this year. Banyana have qualified. And then Orlando Pirates, playing at the finals, leave the derby in the African continent. And then we also have the Springboks. We also have our cricket team alongside those that need to be recognized. And we've got a host of individuals, presenters, journalists, whom we are going to be recognizing for their excellence. We're going to be looking at individuals who have retired, like this one, who have retired, also celebrating them because they've done so well. Zanelem Dodana, she's here. She's been with us for quite some time in sports and in netball in particular. She has retired. The minister will basically recognize and give them an award of excellence. But over and above that, Steve Tshwete Lifetime Achievement Award. We've got a host of people there. But, topping that list is Reverend Stofile this year, yes, whom we'll recognize with Steve Tshwete Lifetime Achievement Award. The history of Reverend Stofile needs to be known in sport and his own achievement as an individual and the role that he has actually played in sport from the unity talks to being a minister to where he is today. Yeah. And a host of other people, bunch of winners who have actually made us proud in the newsroom, everywhere else. So everybody is going to be happy at the Sports Awards. Over and above that, whenever you participate, just being nominated, we give you 15,000 rand.
Wow.
And then for winning the categories, 130,000. And then for being the sports star, I don't know, DG, People's Choice, what do they get? Do they get the car as well?
And then you get
People's
one
Choice.
of 50 digital tablets.
Yes, they get that. And then we're also going to give digital tablets. We no longer give terios because we want to invest in people. We give you tablets. A lot of tablets will be won because we want you to be mobile. We want you to tweet a lot, like myself, number one. In Giant game, number one, it's me. So tweet and all of that. So we no longer give a car. Rather than giving one person in Randburg a car who's sitting there loafing, let's give people tablets in the sports awards, in the build-up to that. So I really want to thank the SABC for coming to the party as our partner, and I hope we're going to have the fantastic 10th annual awards of the sports awards this year.
Definitely. If you would like to be one of those 50 winners for the digital tablet, the People's Choice Award, you've seen the nominees. In order to vote, you have to SMS the letter indicating your selection to the number 45210. So the number to know is 45210. And that basically concludes what we've had here in terms of the panel discussion. Thank you very much, Minister. Thank you to the ladies. And thank you to you at home for viewing on Morning Live. We will now be crossing over to channel 404. So if you'd like to see more of this, especially with Oskido coming up to perform the theme song of the 10th annual 2015 SA Sports Awards, you need to stay with us and do join us on 404.
Vote for your
All right,
best.
Well, thank you very, very much for that. Well, there you go. The nominees have been announced. Sportsman of the Year, Greg Minnaar, Chad Leclos, Wade van Niekerk. We've also got the nominees for the People's Choice of the Year, AB de Villiers, Ashley Moolman-Pasio, Chad Leclos, Lucas Sithole, and Wade van Niekerk. So those are just a couple of them. And then, of course, we've got the Team of the Year, which is the nominees, the SA Proteas Test Team. That's in cricket, lightweight women's 2 times rowing, and Springbok Sevens rugby. So those are just a few. There are many, many more, but we just thought we'd highlight those for you.